So now that the dust has settled and Donald Trump did his grand announcement on Monday that he was picking J.D. Vance to be his running mate this year, the freshman senator from Ohio who has a year and a half of political experience, his decision to pick Vance has not been well received by the MAGA community. And that is, of course, because, as everyone knows, J.D. Vance actually made a name for himself by coming out as an anti-Trumper and back in the day, back in 2016, announcing that not only was he not voting for Trump, but he said that Donald Trump is America's Hitler. Those are J.D. Vance's words from just 8 short years ago. And then, of course, he did the about face. He ran for the Senate. He won that race being an I love Trump guy. I was wrong about everything. He's so wonderful and beautiful and I love him. But the MAGA folks aren't buying it. Here is a selection of comments from the MAGA faithful that Raw Story put together from Twitter. One of them said, "I thought we weren't doing anti-Trump RINOs this time. I'm so confused." Trump supporter Ian Smith compared Vance to former Vice President Mike Pence and said, "Vance sounds so much like Pence. Hope he turns out to be much more trustworthy. Are you trustworthy, J.D. Vance? You were a never Trumper within 5 years." Another one said, "Vance has been disloyal to Trump in the past and he'll do it again. I'm so disappointed." Other users repeatedly used the words terrible, nightmare, and yuck. So then you had conservative pundit Joey Monarino, who tried to calm everybody's fears like, oh no, J.D. Vance is going to be fine. So he says this, Monarino says, "Who better to make the case to on-the-fence voters about how they should come on board? He's a convert to the faith and he'll preach to the new choir." But the Trumpers weren't buying it. One of them replied to that and said, "I still don't think he was the best choice. Trump has the edge and doesn't need to be pandering with his VP pick. Someone like Vivek would have been way more hardcore on reducing the swampage." So here's the thing about J.D. Vance. I don't think he brings anything to this ticket to benefit Donald Trump. When you pick your running mate, just like Donald Trump did in 2016, right? Donald Trump was new. He had never held an elected position. Obviously a guy of questionable morals. And if you're a Republican, you need the religious right. And because he had no experience, he needed somebody with experience. Mike Pence shored up those 2 shortcomings for Donald Trump, and it served him well until Pence, wasn't going to overturn the election. But Trump is struggling with women voters, struggling with voters of color, right? African-American voters, Latino voters. So you needed a woman. You needed an African-American. You needed somebody that wasn't a pasty white man. So what did Trump do? Picked a pasty white man who made a name for himself by hating on Donald Trump. So, again, I don't see how this shores up any of Donald Trump's shortcomings. Yeah, Vance pretends to be a populist, but so did Donald Trump, and everybody sees through that now. Everybody knows that Vance is a fake. He will change his political position, oh, I hate Trump, oh, I love Trump, to whatever suits him best. That doesn't sit well with voters who might be on the fence, okay? J.D. Vance is not going to be preaching to the new choir. He is going to be preaching to the MAGA faithful who already don't like him. They're still going to vote for him, don't get me wrong. But I do not think that overall this helps Donald Trump in any way. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.